What's up, everybody, and welcome to 505 Games Plays. My name is James, and I have brought a very special guest with me today, Stephen, Mr. Game Theory, Tarkowski. How the heck are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks, James. Looking forward to Ghostrunner.
Oh mate, I cannot wait. Meta live in the chat says game audio is a bit loud. Thank you very much, Meta. We'll get to that in just a second. We will rock it on as best as we possibly can. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome to 505 Games Plays for September 13th, 2020. Just to make sure I've got that right. 2023. It is wrong. It is always good to have you here. So thank you very much for dropping by. And as part of 505 Community Plays, as part of the publisher sales, we thought we'd do something a little bit different and play some Ghostrunner. Now, for the uninitiated, and for those of you who may or remember, or may not remember me, should I say, we played Ghostrunner not too long ago. I think it was roughly about this time last year, I want to say. And I'm just going to put the excuses out there right now. We had a few technical challenges.
It was good fun, though.
It was good fun. However, I have had this... I've built a reputation here at 505 Games, and I've built that reputation up that I do not wish to run down. So I thought, and as we are doing the Community Play series, we thought we'd play some Ghostrunner for you guys. And we've brought Stephen to talk all about that as well, and coach me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You kind of need it. So, Stephen, are you ready? Shall we get on with it?
I'm ready to help. Let's do this.
This will be a long stream. So just as a heads up, folks, and Meta Live has already pointed it out, if anyone is having any audio issues or any kind of issues at all, please let us know in the chat and we'll do our best to help out. Okay, let's start running. Okay, in kill run mode, you have limited kills. Yep, sure. Sure. Let's do Ghostrunner. We'll do a new game. Because I want trophies. Folks, I want trophies. This is what this is all about.
You haven't already got them?
No. So, just as a full disclosure, everybody, I did play Ghostrunner, the expansion. What was the expansion called? What's the DLC called?
We played Project Hell on the stream.
That was it. So I played Project Hell as my first time playing Ghostrunner. This is my my first time actually playing Ghostrunner. So this is going to be interesting.
I think my audio is gone.
Okay, let's have a quick look. Mr. Game Theory, his audio is really bad. Is that on purpose? That's not on purpose. We'll see if we can bump him up just a little bit whilst I'm here. Give me just a second, Steve.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Let's whack it there and see what the chat says. Fantastic. We're going to go with new game. And his subtitles, the game is super loud. Super loud. I do apologise, folks. See if I can whack it down just a little bit then. Again, folks, let me know how you get on. Stephen, call it out as you see it, mate. Okay, I want to jump. That's fine. I'm running.
And I think on my video, there's a box that's covering my face.
It is. Give me a second. Welcome to live video production, everybody. Welcome to live video production.
All right, well, I think we got it.
Okay, here we go.
Trespasser spotted at Metro Station.
So again,
Ghostrunner, cyberpunk action. Are you excited for Ghostrunner II, James?
I am actually. I mean, part of the reason I begged to play this with you is I love cyberpunk stuff. However, I clearly need to be better at these types of games, especially Ghostrunner. So I thought now would be a great time for you to help and coach. But yeah, man, I'm really pumped for Ghostrunner 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it to play now, understand the game, learn the story, play the expansion with Project Hell, and just prepare for the launch of Ghostrunner 2 on October 26th. Pre-orders are available now, so you can even get ready for 48-hour early access. But, to learn Ghostrunner, you got to be ready for a slight increase in difficulty. This is one hit, one kill, so anything that touches you is going to kill you. My biggest, advice is just know that it's possible. Know that as you play more, it gets easier. Ghostrunner is challenging for everybody at first, right? I mean, this is not an easy game. We were IGN's Action Game of the Year nominee, and they had a poll of the most difficult games, and we almost won. We almost, beat Demon Souls, and this is not an easy game. So it's not you. Everyone who plays it, has a challenging time. Just know that everything's possible. Yeah, exactly. Just know everything's possible, and it just gets easier with time. Definitely utilize the mechanics. Dash is huge. As you're traversing, you're gonna need it to dodge. You're gonna slow down time, and definitely, be sprinting around. So, just utilize everything to your advantage, and just know that this is like the tutorial right now. So you shouldn't be too hard, and let's do our best to see what we can get through.
Of course, that sounds like a great idea. So I think I've fixed the game audio doubling. I do apologize about that. But yeah, I do agree with you, mate. Like, again, this is my first time, so I'm trying not to. I'm going to make some very noob mistakes. Let's be bluntly honest. This is going to happen, and I'm probably going to die a lot, and there's going to be a lot of laughs. But I feel as though we might actually make some progress today.
You have to get me out of prison so I can get you
All right.
software in order.
And I think my audio is just a little bit loud. If you just put it down just a bit, and I think we should be good. Audio levels according to the chat, pretty good aside from that.
Give me a sec.
I saw a question in the chat. Is it necessary? Is it required to play Project Hell to understand what happens in the sequel? It's not required, but if you complete Project Hell, it will definitely contribute to the story of Ghostrunner 2. Definitely many elements reference from Project Hell. So strongly recommended. Play Project Hell, complete it before playing Ghostrunner 2 October 26th.
How many times have you played through Ghostrunner and Project Hell?
Ghostrunner, I've completed the game on each platform that's available on, so that was no easy. I mean, I probably completed the game total around 10 times. Project Hell, I've completed it, I think, like 3 times. Jumping around various platforms, it's not easy on controller, especially if you're used to PC, mouse and keyboard. But it just takes a little bit to switch.
It is. I think that's certainly one thing that I'm trying to figure out, really, is how best to use the controls. So everything seems to be on the shoulders, which in theory sounds really good. But I am also very trigger heavy. I play a lot of shooters, I play a lot of RPGs, so using the shoulders is very unnatural to me right now.
Sure. I definitely, when you're at an angle like right here where you can slide down, utilize momentum to your advantage. Yeah. For instance, right now, you just stop time in order to dodge. What the trick is move a little bit more as you're approaching the enemy, and then when wait for them to fire, and then once they fire, you stop time and move out of the way. That will give you the time you need to go over, slash them without risking getting killed. So, for instance, right now, like slide down. You'll see the enemy down there. Don't stop until the bullet's in the air. Just as it's like a general practice. I mean, that time obviously you're okay. But later on in the game, you're definitely going to need to try to slow down time right when the bullets are going out, so that you can avoid.
So slowing down is left shoulder. I'm getting lost. This is very twitchy.
So slowing down time is definitely your friend.
And it's the same. It's the same one. The same. Forgive me. It's the same button as dash, if I remember rightly.
So yeah, sliding down. I've been playing so much Ghostrunner II, I believe it's the same, but I think it's control slides down, and then I think dash is shift, I believe, or space.
Yeah.
I wish I could play right now. I could easily go
Just
through all
showed
this,
me
but,
an idea. That's all good, dude. I'm just gonna see how best we can go about doing this. I do really like just the quick resume, especially for noobs like me.
It definitely helps to keep the action flowing. I think that's what made the game so popular as well, or at least one of the contributing factors. Instead of sitting at like a loading screen and just waiting for something to happen, it just doesn't stop in Ghostrunner. It's nonstop action, pedal to the metal. It just keeps going. And, I think Ghostrunner 2 people are going to be very surprised at how much action we squeeze into the game.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big things, I like to compare, and I'll go into tips for both Ghostrunner and Ghostrunner 2 in a second, DMG. But bosses is just a great example of something in Ghostrunner 2 which has really been leveled up. People love Ghostrunner, but one of the things we got a lot of suggestions for is make more epic bosses. Make it take it to the next level with essentially boss battles, and that was definitely done by one more level with Ghostrunner 2. Boss battles are so much fun, tons of action, lots going on, lots of bosses. So that's just one of many things to look forward to. Now, in terms of tips, first off, in Ghostrunner 2, you can block now and deflect, far easier across the board. No perks, abilities, anything are needed. It's just natural. Ghostrunner can block now. So to make up for that new feature, which essentially makes things more accessible, easier, the game is harder. Yeah, I mean, there's more checkpoints as well in Ghostrunner 2. So it's less torture, as you're traversing around the game. You die, you don't want to go back and lose, 15, 20 minutes of time. So you're definitely not going to have periods where you're losing any major amount of time. Maybe towards the end, there are some levels that are a bit longer, a lot more action going on. But overall, good steady flow of checkpoints. But you're going to have to use everything available to you, right? Like right now, a tip I would say to you is, you want to slide down, go slow and steady to kill these enemies. There you go. Oh, you just don't stop, right? Like, don't stop to think, just keep moving forward. Just know that a bullet is going to be coming at you, so it's better just to never stop.
They really come at you, man. Like,
it's like real life, right? A bullet's flying at you in real life. I mean, it's not going to be easy to dodge. So one more level to try to make it feel easy in this regard. For sure. But hey, there you go. Look,
we got it.
We did it.
We got it. We got it eventually. I think you're absolutely right. This is part of the reason I brought you in, because if I need the coaching, I need the hype man, right? It's clear that I'm a complete noob at this game. So to have that coaching ability is really useful. But also, just from a point of view as well, like, I am completely new to the franchise. So just, if I can do it, I'm sure everyone else can.
Definitely don't give up. Ghostrunner, a lot of people, they play for an hour, they play for 2 hours, and they're like, hell no, this is way too hard for me. Just don't give up. Like, everyone that I've sat and played with, it just takes time, effort. When you have the innate skill inside you, it just takes time and effort to make it happen. It's a challenge, but you'll eventually get that one perfect run, and it feels so satisfying. And just don't give up. That's the number one trick for Ghostrunner. Don't give up. Know you're getting better with each run. It just takes time to master. Usually you're only like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 enemies that are really between you and completing the level. Like, you just completed it right now. Once you complete it, things kind of slow down a little bit. Tells you where to go next. It can be tough as nails. You know, you have just like any of like Dark Souls kind of games or any of the major action games that are coming out right now. Like it is not. This game is not meant to be easy. It's an achievement to get through this game. So keep it up, James. You're progressing and doing better than we did with Project Hell. So that's awesome.
Project Hell, I really put that fight into me that I really wanted to get better at this. I think I definitely feel as though a controller. I'm very at home with a controller, but
Sure.
doing this with a controller certainly feels very, very intuitive. I just need to remember what those controls are like. So I can see why people do tend to prefer PC for this type. Okay.
Sure, yeah. I mean, first time I completed Ghostrunner II, actually, it was with a controller, and I just completed it recently with mouse and keyboard. I definitely prefer it, but I am used to using, like, you know, an Xbox controller with Steam. Most games I'm using Xbox just because it's nice to take a break, you know, having sitting there. Yeah, you know, going up using a controller as well. But for Ghostrunner, you know, you look at the top speedrunners and they're using mouse and keyboard. I mean, this is a game where if you want to optimize your speedrunning, mouse and keyboard definitely makes things easier, especially like looking around. You know, with a controller is much harder looking around with just your mouse. But either works. You know, for Ghostrunner 2, either works. Motorbike levels are super fun. You know, we have definitely not showed everything for the motorbike levels. Definitely some great surprises that are going to be coming and announced that are going to really make them appealing. And they're really fun. And on a controller, like, that's really where the motorbike levels, you know, it's great fun, especially controller-wise. But controller-wise, for Ghostrunner 2, it's great. Played on PlayStation, Xbox.
Trespasser spotted in the area.
You know, awesome achievements coming up. Far more gameplay. You know, I had a question in the chat. Is there more than 3 bosses? Yes, there is. So definitely more boss battles and more epic boss battles. And I mean, some of them are really, really cool story-wise. So, you know, it's not just, you're not just fighting somebody and there's no dialogue going on. Like, there's some good dialogue in between these boss battles.
So
all right, let's see.
So kind of like touching on the story, as you mentioned, like where are we with Ghostrunner 2? Like, what is set the scene? What has happened here?
So Ghostrunner 2 takes place 1 year after the events of Ghostrunner. I'm not going to spoil too much in case anyone, this is the first time tuning into Ghostrunner, but just know that this is the future. There was a cataclysmic event which essentially killed almost all of humanity. The only people who survived are those who were in Dharma Tower, which is this massive cyberpunk megastructure that was built by the architect, who you will actually will meet the AI version of this character in the game, and will discuss everything Dharma Tower related. And you're essentially there was a coup. The architect was killed in Ghostrunner,
spotted in the area.
and you know, many years pass. Mara, aka the Keymaster, who started the coup, essentially killed all of the Ghostrunners, which is like the policekeeping force of Dharma Tower. But you were the lone Ghostrunner to survive. There is a rebellion that's taking place to try to dethrone Mara, and they rebuild you, bring you back to essentially help stop Mara. Keymaster. So Ghostrunner, you are essentially trying to put down tyrants. You're flying around Dharma Tower. Now, Ghostrunner 2, it's 1 year later. Obviously, there is a power vacuum which occurred. There's a lot of different factions trying to get control of Dharma Tower. And you actually end up
All tenants are to remain in their homes.
Confronting with a AI cult which has taken shape outside Dharma Tower, and now they're invading Dharma Tower. You are going to be up against other Ghostrunners, you know, other creatures, other amazing enemies, which are going to blow your mind, and you just They have to be ready. Everyone has unique powers, abilities, and as you can see, yeah, I mean I would say boss battle wise, way more diversity. Like I would say one of the boss battles is even equivalent to like Final Fantasy 16, like those epic longer boss battles that really like stick with you. Like there's boss battles like this in the game. Cooler than Tom. Let's put it like that. Like there are boss battles and people are gonna play it and like immediately go online and be like, holy shit, that was awesome. So I highly recommend to everybody play Ghostrunner 2 launch. Like don't wait a day or 2 or 5 days and spoilers start going online. There's going to be some major spoilers for this game. Hopefully it doesn't get ruined for you. Hopefully you get to appreciate it yourself. So the best way to do that is just play at launch. First couple days before people
Tenants
start
found
posting.
outside their homes will be considered part of the rebel forces and treated as
You need
such.
to make sure that you, if you're really into the world and the lore, certainly like I am, it's certainly worth getting things straight away, even if you're new to the game as well. So do you feel as though like Ghostrunner 2 might be a good way to kind of jump on? I know we mentioned before, like we wanted to. Ghostrunner 1 really does set the scene, but is Ghostrunner 2 a good, as an expert, a good way to kind of jump in?
I would recommend going into Ghostrunner first. However, you could definitely play Ghostrunner 2. Start the franchise like that. You're jumping into the action.
In their homes.
If you play Ghostrunner and Project Hell prior to Ghostrunner 2, things are going to make a lot more sense. Characters you're going to meet and conversations you have are going to have a lot more meaning for you. I highly recommend to play Ghostrunner and Project Hell before launch. You still have time. I mean, you can get through the game in one day. Like, even if you're not like a really hardcore, gamer, you like easily get through it in a weekend. And Project Hell, these are not like super long 40, 50-hour games. I mean, there's speed runs the game, in 40 minutes, less. There's average person, is, that's a decent gamer is going to get through the game in like 8 to 12 hours. Everyone dies several hundred times. You instantly respawn, which makes it easier. It's worth it. Just go for it. And right now, Ghostrunner is on sale, 70% off on Steam during the 505 Games Publisher sale. So, like, this is the perfect time to take a copy of Ghostrunner to prepare for Ghostrunner 2. Oh, you were close.
I know,
it's
man.
Tough,
I really know.
It's a tough area right here.
I mean, again, one thing that I've just seen Fractal Zenda chats, I've realised to be on the same section for like the past 10 minutes. Mate, like, this is, again, I'm a complete noob to this franchise. A complete noob. So I'm going to die a lot. I'm just putting that out there. It's if you want to watch pro speed run it, go for it. This is not that stream.
Yeah, we're just sitting there having some fun, chatting,
Tenants found
enjoying the
outside their
day.
homes will be considered part of the rebel forces and treated as
nice
such.
little Ghostrunner action. Talking about Ghostrunner 2. Let me see. Let's go through some of the other questions that we have. So, are Daniel Deluxe going to work on Ghostrunner 2 sounds? Yes. Daniel Deluxe is back. We also have a few other artists who contributed music to Ghostrunner 2 as well. Music is absolutely incredible. I've been listening to the soundtrack quite a bit for Ghostrunner 2, so a lot to look forward to. After Ghostrunner, so many people, wanted to jump on the music scene for Ghostrunner. It was just such an incredible game on music-wise.
Trespasser spotted in the area.
So one more level. I had the opportunity to get some really incredible music in for Ghostrunner 2. In addition to Daniel Deluxe contributions. So definitely can look forward to that. Let's see. What is the theme of Ghostrunner 2? You're still kind of leading this revolution. There's multiple factions involved. You're here to save humanity. Nicely done, James.
Thank you.
Good job.
we got there. Good lord.
Yeah. It feels good though, right? Once you finally do it.
That feels good. Like, just as an addition to this, I've got a sweltering headache as well. So this is really helping. I just need to get that tension out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there you go. Well, definitely some tension with Ghostrunner. So here you go. Look at this, James.
Woo!
You know, first chapter
It only took 20
done
minutes.
in the record books. 85 deaths. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, considering a lot of people can't even make it through this, you know, you're doing pretty good. All right, let's see some of these. I'm still new to Ghostrunner. Still haven't gone far in the game. It's a learning. Yep, definitely.
Heights.
Our plan is to have a demo. We'll announce future plans for demo soon, but nothing just yet. I just realized he's been on the same section for 10 minutes. It's not easy, trust me. What sets Ghostrunner 2 apart from others in the same genre? Well, first-person perspective. The reality is Ghostrunner really is in a league of its own. Like, we were looking at comparables for it. Like, you know, obviously Neon White came out with similar gameplay, far less combat, you know, using cards, but it's pretty much a similar mechanic, different aesthetic, but, you know, gameplay, very, very similar. You know, I think what really just sets Ghostrunner 4 apart is just the smooth action. I mean, one level didn't just, you know, here have a concept and, you know, there's like, whatever, they just threw it together and they didn't care. Like, each level has tons of love and care built into it. You know, as you progress through Ghostrunner 2, you'll see that, you know, and you'll see some of the cool new abilities, and everything, you know, comes together quite nicely. So, you know, I think Ghostrunner is just very smooth, clean action, which just doesn't stop. And so, you know, that definitely has just a great combination of everything, from graphics to music to pace, you name it. I mean, even the story, like, you know, people say the story works, it's all right. I think the story's good. The story not just gets the job done, but it's interesting. I mean, you know, the whole cyberpunk narrative of Ghostrunner and the future and the world building, I think, are excellent. And you'll definitely appreciate that and see that in Ghostrunner 2. One more level has definitely set the stage for an incredible sequel. So I think everyone can really look forward to that. Let's see. Next questions. Are there options for character customization in Ghostrunner 2? You know, just the skins that you're getting in the game. Highly recommend you upgrade to Brutal Edition. Get some really nice cosmetics. Get early access. You also get some cosmetics for your motorbike as well. So, you know, that's pretty much how you can change your sword. Lots of cool swords to collect, secrets to find. You know, definitely a lot more secrets in Ghostrunner 2. You know, walls you can break through to find surprises and so forth.
It's cool.
All right, let's see.
There was a lot of questions coming. I must admit, Stephen. I don't know how you're keeping on, mate. Keep on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Ghostrunner controller gotta be hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, it's more difficult on controller just because of, you know, how you look. You can increase the sensitivity and just practice with it, and that will help kind of make things a bit easier.
Yeah.
How many bosses will Ghost?
I have a bit of an idea with it as well, actually. Makes the camera automatically center on the enemy you're currently attacking. That might help. Let's see. Let's see if there are any other. No. What am I doing?
All right, let's jump to some questions right now. Let's see. How many bosses will Ghostrunner 2 have? I'm not going to disclose that, of course. I'm not going to spoil that. Are there any plans for Ghostrunner 2 merch? There are. Stay tuned. You know, we are looking to get some cool stuff out there, so please be patient. We also have some awesome pins coming as well. So, yeah, definitely are upgrading the community across the board. Let's see. Question someone asked in the Discord: will we be seeing Jack using different stances in the game, and can we change them? So, this isn't like, you know, some games that you've seen. It's not Wolong that you could change the stance. I think Neo, you can change like stances with your sword. And so there are a few games where you can change it, not in Ghostrunner. You know, there you have different powers, you have different abilities, and you'll see in Ghostrunner II, Jack is doing like a lot more cool tricks as he's just traversing around. So that's fun to watch. All of that, like there's more to look at now while you're just running around the levels, so forth. That's why having some cool skins definitely make things even a more enjoyable experience. Let's see what we got. Do you order deluxe? Yeah, I mean deluxe or brutal edition. Brutal edition, you're gonna really get the value because we have a season pass. So, you know, there's some questions about season pass. You know, we're going to share all details related to it. You know, just know that there's going to be some awesome content included in that season pass. Some really, really cool skins. So you also get the pre-order content as well if you buy before launch. So you might as well just get all of it now if you're a big Ghostrunner fan, and upgrade to brutal. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I can't talk about the game mode yet, but the game mode is for sure going to be popular and exciting. One more level. We're very clever on how they went about adding this new feature, so can't wait to share, but we cannot share the exact specifics of it right now. Just be patient, please. Give you something to look forward to. Let's see what else. What abilities or powers can the player expect to unlock and utilize? You know, expect your favorites from Ghostrunner, but you know, there is some very unique abilities introduced in Ghostrunner 2,
protocol initiated.
which you're going to need not just for combat, but also, you know, just traversing, getting past some blockers in the game. You know, I think in Ghostrunner 1, you know, you had the Cybervoid that really has some nice puzzles in it. People weren't a huge fan of puzzles. Well, some people enjoyed it, some people didn't. One more level was very clever in how they integrated puzzles in. You know, less puzzles like Ghostrunner, which I think is a great thing. And, you know, how they built each of the normal levels now. It's clever how they input puzzles into the game, the actual main game, not just Cybervoid now. So
I mean, in all fairness, like the whole game is kind of like a puzzle. Like as soon as you get through the first area of, well, just any area that you decide to clear, like it's then a puzzle to figure out how best you can get through the next area with your abilities. Really, well, that's how I'm feeling at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. Each level in Ghostrunner is a puzzle. You know, there's many solutions, which is really fun about it. Like, what's really cool about Ghostrunner is, like, let's say you're falling towards your death, right? Like your typical game, you're falling towards your death. Like, there's no escape. You're dead. You fell in. But the cool thing about Ghostrunner is there's still a chance you can survive. Like, if you can make it to a wall, you can slowly start running back up it. Like, you can save yourself. There's a much bigger playing arena in Ghostrunner and Ghostrunner 2. So, you know, and which is perfect for speedrunners. Because speedrunners are always looking for clever ways to get through levels, and Ghostrunner 2, you know, allow players to think outside the box by making more of the game open playing. All right, let's see. Also, is the falling drones returning? Yes, the falling drones are returning. You've seen those in the trailers as well. Can you grind on the yellow rails and go on them below like the first game? I love that feature. It's even better now, so get excited. Grinding rails in Ghostrunner, super, super cool. Definitely something to look forward to. What does 50510 feel about the GR1 modding scene? I mean, we love it. We definitely embraced it. In fact, the legendary Ghostrunner Challenge, which is the world championship for Ghostrunner, was based on a mod. Thank you, GMG, who was in the chat, for his contributions to making this mod. But yeah, it's a wave mode style mod. Definitely support the community. Ghostrunner 2 will support the community. We want to do lots of fun events, speed running, art, creative, you name it, we're open to it. If you have an amazing idea, you know, we have a cool community budget. Love to support the community in any way we can. Fun activities. Let's get some championship belts and some trophies and some custom merch, and give that away as prizes.
I'm about that life.
Let's have some fun. Yeah, right. Like, has some Ghostrunner 2 merch. Give it away. Surprise.
Come on. I'm a big fan of Pat hyping me up in the chat. Keep it up, Pat. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Pat. Let's see, other questions. In GR2 will have race mode with friend Shadow? Everything related to the modes, you're just going to have to wait longer. I can't discuss anything related to the modes. Yes, there will be modes in Ghostrunner 2. Yes, they are cooler than Ghostrunner. A lot more content in Ghostrunner 2. So
everything's turned up.
Excited.
All the cool stuff.
I mean, exactly. I mean, one more level built on all the hard work they did with Ghostrunner and to make Ghostrunner 2, and then they just kept adding more and more. Let's see. Took me 1 hour to complete a puzzle because I kept putting one of the Tetris squares the opposite way. Are there faction games or communities within the game world? Well, there definitely is faction games and communities within the game world. In Ghostrunner 2, there's going to be multiple factions trying to get control over the tower, and everything kind of comes together in the story. So, you are part of the Climbers, which was a division, part of Ghostrunner, Rebellion within Ghostrunner that was trying to put down Mara, the Keymaster, and the Climbers return in a different form in Ghostrunner 2, but still a lot of elements carried over from Ghostrunner. Ghostrunner is an in-real-life treasure. Yeah, you can think of it like that. There's definitely some treasure worth getting if you want 100% the game. I think we've gone through the questions.
Yeah, we can't go through the questions. There's so many. Was Doom an inspiration when creating Ghostrunner? I noticed in the new gameplay the breakable walls like in Eternal. Ooh,
so we didn't. So you're gonna have to ask one more level. We are planning to have an AMA. So when that comes, feel free to ask that as one of the questions. Is Doom an inspiration? A lot of similarities with Doom. A lot of great action like Doom. A lot of people in our community also play Doom as well. Doom Eternal is an incredible game. I've been playing Doom since I was an itty-bitty child. So definitely a fan of Doom. Mad respect for the game and the community. But yeah, that is something worth asking. One more level. You can do an AMA.
Have we got any dates planned for that AMA yet?
We do not have it finalized, but the moment we do, we will definitely share with the community.
Of course.
We'll have one more level, guest appearing, answering all sorts of cool questions.
Okay. So, whilst I try and figure out this little section then, what tips would you kind of advise here? Like, is there a particular way to get around this area that is simple for beginners? So, with Ghostrunner, the best way to complete the game is utilizing your muscle memory. So each time you go into this level, I've noticed like this time you went left, one time before you went right. Yep. Stick to the same exact strategy each time, and your muscle memory will carry you. After 5, 10, 15 tries, your muscle memory is going to kick in, and then that first person you see on the right will be much easier. You quickly get rid of them. Then you can jump across, go to them, and then try to move in attack formation where you're not running at them head on. And now jump to the left. Yep, get this one right here, and then you go to the right, and then you just keep following that. Just don't run at enemies head first, like straight on in a straight line towards them, because they're going to shoot you and they're going to kill you. Try to move at an angle constantly so that you're avoiding those bullets. Don't have an untimely death. But you're near the end of this training level. So I love how it's a training level. Yeah, this is the tutorial. So the tutorial's almost over. If you get through this, you're gonna get into some Ghostrunner action. Oh. Why is attack on L2 and jump is on L1? It's that muscle memory, man. I can see what you mean.
Yeah, you gotta tap into your inner muscle memory with Ghostrunner. Try to keep things the same. Don't get discouraged. We do have an accessibility mode now, which can give a shield to take 1 bullet. But yeah, just stick with it.
Pros don't use that. You know what I'm saying?
Ghostrunner is one of those games where you have hardcore players. They show it off. Like they love to see the Ghostrunner platinum. In their inventory, in their achievement list. Like, it's definitely a game where you can be proud of getting a platinum. Like, no person with a platinum for Ghostrunner is gonna say, "Nah, I didn't achieve this. This was easy." Like, you gotta fight for a platinum.
You gotta work. You've always got to work for your platinums.
Yeah, especially in Ghostrunner.
I'm quite intrigued as to which way to go after the first guy.
I would go to the one at the left.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. But it just doesn't feel like there's a natural way to get there. Like the wall seems to right straight after basically curves round, which is just equally as nice. Oh, weird. Oh, come on! Damage volume in the chat says GR is too difficult. I don't know. Like, I would say probably challenging, and just like Stephen was saying, like the muscle memory is certainly a big thing for it. And just like, I mean, look at all the big challenging games these days, Souls games, Elden Ring, etc. Like, there is always an element of just learning. And learning to fail effectively, and don't be disheartened too much about it.
Yeah, definitely keep your motivation up. Everyone is struggling with a game like Ghostrunner. Don't think, "Oh, this is too hard for me. I can't do it." Like, they said the bitter isn't as sweet without the. I mean, the sweet isn't sweet without the sour, right? Like, the constant dying and challenge makes victory feel so much better, and so. Definitely worth it to stick with it.
So much better.
Don't give up.
So much better.
Come on, James. We gotta get this. We got this.
We got this. We got like. Are we calling it in about 10 minutes time? Did you say? Have you got to shoot off?
Yeah. If you can, 10 minutes is still fun. We can stick around, do that. Let's see. Question in the chat.
You can block bullets by your sword. If you time your swing correctly. Useful, thank you, Yanis.
How hard will it be for someone who played the hell out of the first game? So for Ghostrunner 2, how hard will it be? It's pretty much, I would say, it's around the same difficulty-wise. Maybe a little bit harder in some areas, but like more checkpoints in some of the tedious areas. Crazy boss battles. Some of them are fairly tough, but if you can get through Tom, you can pretty much get through anything in Ghostrunner 2. I don't. One more level did not make it dramatically more difficult or anything along those lines. Like, they kept things fairly in line. There's going to be some moments that are definitely tough. You're going to be scratching your head like, how the hell did I do this? It seems ridiculous. But then then it clicks and you're like, oh, this. I mean, the second time going through Ghostrunner 2, definitely much easier. Your muscle memory will guide you. Mm-hmm. And traversing in Ghostrunner 2 is super duper fun. When you leave the tower, I think the community is going to be super surprised at how open things are, how massive the levels are, and so forth. So, lots to look forward to. Highly recommend pre-ordering Ghostrunner now. Ghostrunner 2 now. And if you haven't played Ghostrunner, it's 70% off right now. So, I mean, it's a great time to buy it on Steam.
70% is a great show.
Right? I mean, for the value, you're not going to get much better value than that right now. Especially with the Ghostrunner 2 coming out in a month and a half.
Perfect. Great time to jump in, even like me. And you absolutely suck.
The question in the chat, does GR2 have any intended shortcuts and skips? just like in Ghostrunner, you look at the speedrunning community, they found all sorts of unique ways to get through the levels. In Ghostrunner 2, it's going to be the exact same thing. There's going to be challenging side areas that you can technically traverse through, that you can technically save some time with. You're going to have the top players that are going to be, dabbling in these shortcuts, most certainly. How do player choices throughout the game influence the outcome in Ghostrunner 2? Well, choose to survive and you get to see the ending. Work hard. It's not easy, of course. But you're talking about games like multiple endings and so forth like that. Ghostrunner isn't like some action games where you can have multiple endings. It just focuses on that core combat. Great ending for Ghostrunner 2. A lot to look forward to. Let's just put it like that. I'm not going to give out any spoilers or ruin anything. I know people want it, but yeah. Ghostrunner speedrunning for me sounds pretty cool. It is.
I'm kind of feel like I'm getting there. I'm starting to understand a bit more of the controls now. It's only taken an hour.
He's evolving forwards.
Oh, come on.
See how you stay alive, though? I mean, that's what you gotta love about Ghostrunner, right? Like, you think most games you'd be dead, right? As soon as you fall. No, Ghostrunner, you can still, attempt to save yourself by traversing out of it. Just utilize momentum. If you look at the speedrunning community, look at how they conserve momentum. It's incredible. The speeds that they're hitting. They're flying across the screens. The laws of physics apply in Ghostrunner far more than your typical game. So you can definitely build up momentum in this and be flying around top speeds, vaporizing enemies.
Come on. We're kind of getting there. I just feel as though, it's that muscle memory, really.
So a big question in the chat, will we see Kevin in Ghostrunner 2? And the answer is yes. Kevin has a major cameo in Ghostrunner 2. So definitely people are wondering what Kevin is. One of the AI robots floating around the game, a darling of the speedrunning community. So yes. And one more level put in.
Back.
Kevin, because of the speedrunning community. So one more level is wonderful with the fan shoutouts and Easter eggs. And Kevin, a beloved member of the community, was added to Ghostrunner 2 for that very reason.
What are the
any final?
Sorry, mate. Yeah. What are some the records with speedrunning Ghostrunner at the moment?
So the fastest Ghostrunner speed right now is Kimiko, I guess it's KLMIKU or KLMIKU. I don't know, but 34 minutes and 23 seconds. And they did it 2 days ago. Wow.
Come on!
We got a brand new world record 2 days ago. I bet you there's many people in the speedrunning community who don't even realize this yet. We have a new, out of China, we have a new world champion for classic inbound.
Prisoner
80%.
released.
Wow. Oh, you did it?
I did it.
Well done,
my
James.
word.
I was in the speedrunning leaderboard. There you go. Now things are going to get really interesting. I hope you're ready.
Free at last. Pleasure to meet you.
So here is where you obviously learn
now
that the person who's been speaking to you the entire time is the architect, but it is an AI. And this AI has been held prisoner at this location. And now the AI and Jack are entering Jack's mind.
Welcome to Cybervoid.
Wow. Okay.
Time to fix
And
you up.
the AI, the architect, is going to explain a few things to you. Going to follow the architect around. This is
You can call
Cybervoid.
me
This is essentially you're inside of a computer or server. mainframe, and you
Ghostrunner.
are
Number
having
74,
the
to
architect
be
fix
precise.
your program, which is a mess.
That will have to do
Essentially,
for now.
you know,
Your
after the
physical
rebellion,
body is vulnerable. Time
where
runs
Mara
slower
took
here.
over Dharma
We
Tower
should still hurry.
and killed the
Just keep
architect,
moving.
she killed all the
I will take care of
Ghostrunners,
your recalibration.
and she threw you out of the building, and you somehow survived and you were brought back, rebuilt many years later. So even though you were rebuilt, it doesn't mean that everything is working 100%.
You've been
In fact,
cast down
Jack's
from
programming
Dharma
is a
City
mess.
to the base
His
district.
powers and abilities that
It's
he
a
had as a
miracle to
Ghostrunner
survive a
have been
fall
taken
like that.
or lost.
Even for someone
And
like
so Jack has to
you.
get their abilities back,
Yes.
and the architect
Your
is going to
bodyguards,
assist you in that entire
peacekeepers,
process
arbitrators,
in order to stop
and anything else
Mara.
we needed you to be.
Okay.
You tried
love
to
that
stop
idea.
the coup.
I'm trying to find where that. Oh, okay, there it is. Ah, so we can't dash here. I guess I'm going the right way. Basically, I'm just kind of going up the invisible,
Yes.
invisible walls. And
Yeah.
then, oh, okay, there's
Correct.
the platform. There we go. I couldn't see it.
Now, people are asking, how long is Ghostrunner? We're obviously not going to spoil it, but just know it's much longer than Ghostrunner. I mean, it's, I think speedrunning wise, it's going to take quite a bit longer to complete Ghostrunner 2 as fast as possible than
The
Ghostrunner.
name is Mara.
And there's more diversity to the
as she
levels
calls herself
in
now.
Ghostrunner
20
2.
years ago, she
So,
stood against me.
no, it's not just,
I was trying to say.
you know,
You failed.
Dharma Tower and Cybervoid levels,
died.
like it was with Ghostrunner. There's a
My
lot
body did
more
anyway.
variety
Thanks to the
of
precautions
levels
I had
traversing,
taken, I'm still
and
here. Although this form
Ghostrunner
has
10.
its limitations.
Are you an AI?
All
You
right.
could say that. You could also say Dharma
Any
Tower
other
is
questions?
a skyscraper. Technically correct.
I think what we'll do, James, is we'll finish the Cybervoid level, and I think we'll call it. It's still going to take some time to get through this.
No worries.
But, you know, this gives a good snack appeal of the of what Cybervoid is going to be like in Ghostrunner. So essentially, you know, you're in this digital environment. You're going to be interacting with the architect. When you do join it, architect is going to generally provide you with a new power each time you enter the Cybervoid, and also reveal some lore and narrative elements for Ghostrunner.
What is the tower
And
then?
in
Humanity's
Ghostrunner
home,
2,
a mega
Cybervoid's
structure
definitely been
housed
taken to the
millions.
next level.
It had been under my care since its
Definitely a lot more
creation.
interaction stuff
Almost
going
a
on
century
inside
ago.
the Cybervoid
I
levels
served the people,
in
kept them
Ghostrunner
safe,
2.
maintained the shelter I
That's really
provided.
pretty cool.
Mara had her own plan. She became the sole ruler of Dharma
Yeah, nice
Tower,
little visuals.
ruining what I've built,
I think
bringing
in the
us back
Reddit
to
we have
the
this
verge of
image. It's
extinction.
one of the key images. It's a cool moment.
Oh, come on, James.
Devs bring back Devs React to speedruns. Yeah, I think when we get some Ghostrunner 2 speedruns, we'll get one more level together and we'll all have a nice little dev reaction video.
That's such a good idea. Such a good idea. Okay.
Now, one of the questions is the Tetris screen returning? And does it have a bigger area? And unfortunately, the Tetris screen is not returning, and one more level has found a way better means for delivering upgrades. It's really smart, really cool. You're gonna all enjoy it.
Why can't this
Lot
place
of
be
strategy
Oh,
involved,
it's
upgrading your
perfectly
character,
normal.
deciding what abilities
It's
to give
you that
Jack.
has become incompatible.
But it's really
The
cool.
incompetent repairs you
Definitely
were
check it
subjected
out.
to
Let us
made
know
you
what you think of the
divergent.
changes in
You
this
no
regard.
longer
I
function
mean,
like a
the
Ghostrunner
Tetris,
is supposed to.
it was
It would
unique.
change
You know, how
that.
you build your character up.
Who
And I think
repaired
one
me?
more level
That
saw
would be the
that and
climbers,
saw that there was
a group
room
of
for
rebels that tried
and
to
so they're
oppose Mara.
definitely taking it
Where
to
are
the next
they?
level with
Dead, I'm afraid.
leveling up.
They'd been killed
Any
before
other
I managed to contact you.
Questions?
But there's no time to
Before
worry
we
about
call
them
it,
now. We're
because
almost
James is
done
about
here.
to finish.
Press on.
Almost there.
Almost there. I'm just trying to think of where we're going at this point now. Because we'll get the other key, don't we?
Yeah. There you go.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So, as a reminder, Ghostrunner is currently 70% off, I believe you said?
That's right, Ghostrunner 70% off on Steam. Go jump on for the 505 Games Publisher sale. And make sure you pre-order Ghostrunner 2. Every wish list, every pre-order counts. You know, I mean, especially for one more level 505 games. You know, we want to support Ghostrunner 2 as much as possible. We love the Ghostrunner franchise, and pre-ordering and wish listing really gives an indication to us that we're on the right track. And that Ghostrunner 2 is going to be a huge success. Worth adding even more awesome content.
Worth every penny. Of course, you can catch up with everything Ghostrunner over on 505 Games socials. Make sure that you hit that follow button on there, as well as the Ghostrunners. Where can we catch Ghostrunner over on the internet, Steve?
Trust me.
So Ghostrunner, go check us out on our website. You know, Ghostrunner Game is where you can find everything Ghostrunner related. Right now, we just revamped our website. A lot of cool Ghostrunner 2 details in there. So just type in your age verification, log into the website, scroll down, and you will see some of our trailers, pre-order details, and all things Ghostrunner 2 related. You can also check us out on Discord, live community 24/7. Check us out on Reddit, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. We're everywhere, from Twitter to Instagram, TikTok. We're all over, and we're excited for you all to come and play Ghostrunner 2.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. I genuinely can't wait for the reactions from the community on this. Right. I think I'm averaging about 30 minutes per level, so I'm not too disappointed on that, which is always a good sign. But I think now would be a great time to call it here. How does that sound all right, mate?
It's perfect. James, I appreciate your time. Excellent work. Definitely improved. And wonderful job.
I'm actually quite curious, chat. What do you think about us doing more Ghostrunner streams? I feel as though that's going to be a unanimous yes. I'm guessing. Probably.
Especially after launch, we can do some Ghostrunner 2, explore some secrets. Have some fun with it.
That sounds like a great idea. Folks, don't forget to hit that follow button. And we'll probably get this VOD up over on YouTube as well. So hit that subscribe button as well if you are already over there. My name is James. That has been Mr. Game Theory himself, Stephen Tukowski, the brand community managers of 505 Games, looking after Ghostrunner. We want to give a massive thank you and shout out to everyone in the chat, whether or not you've been lurking, whether or not you've been working, whether or not you have been in the chat and asking all the questions. We hope we've been able to answer them and given you a little bit of an insight of how a completely new beginner of the game gets through it, just about, roughly. Thank you all, of course, for the coaching. I really appreciate it. Stephen, any last words before we go?
I think DMG Vol just said that I haven't moved for the last 20 minutes. So does that mean my
is your camera gone again?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it has. Oh no!
We don't tell them that. Oh well. You know, it's okay.
It's fine.
I'm sure for these live streams, these are just fun community streams anyway. You know, we're just having a good time. Not millions of people tuning in. So appreciate telling us at the end that it's frozen, people. But alrighty, I think that's it.
That's it. Nice one. Welcome to live video production, everybody. Thank you ever so much for joining us, and take care. We'll see you real soon. Have great days, have great weekends, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, he's back.
Bye,
he's
everybody.
Back.